that her dad has been absent. She had nothing to do with it. Growing up from the age of 13, her dad has been totally absent. Now, she had nobody to run to but this pastor who's become a father figure in her life. Was she wrong to have even gone to the pastor in the first place to say that, hey, I found a man that I want to marry?
All right. She's very, very wrong. And this is to caution all the young coming boys and girls in the church that the church has a big mistake and we are following it. When things are wrong and you get to know it's wrong, we correct them. You hear an announcement in church. So from now till the end of the year, we have 8 months for marriage class. If you are here and anybody promises you or tells you they want to marry you, see Pastor Kobe and he will write your name for counseling. Now, the first place is that when a man decides to marry you, the first person you tell is not your pastor.
But my dad, I don't even know where he is. How do I tell him?
Anytime, any child who doesn't know where the father is, the mother is a witch. If your mother doesn't know who impregnated her.
No, that's not what we're saying. This time around, she knows.
You say, I don't know where that's what I'm trying to correct.
I don't know where my dad
so I'm saying that any child who
I'm speaking for the many women out there who really and truly
my sister,
do not even know where their
my
father
sister,
is.
When when your mother doesn't know where your father is, she is a witch and wicked. No, I mean when the bushoni be any assessments in the scene.
Well, oh, you know, you know, be answering and
then your mother is a wicked woman that should have not lived on earth.
What has she done wrong?
When a woman doesn't know the man who impregnated her.
No, but that's not what we are saying.
Can I land, Cookie? The challenges we have is because people are hurting based on wrong mentality. A woman gets pregnant not by airborne disease through sexual intercourse. Then because the man is not ready or some issues come, they allow the child to have some begrudge the father. So you meet a child who doesn't know the location of the father, but the mother knows. So if you're not able to show the child who the father is and you die, you are wicked. As useless as the man is, you give the person in to have sexual intercourse with you. If it's rape, that one is another issue. But once you agree and it goes on for you and you didn't protect yourself, let the child know who the father is.
Why are you not pointing out that the man has been irresponsible?
There is no irresponsible man on earth. Can I finish?
Yes, please.
When I finish, you understand.
There's no who?
There is no irresponsible man on earth. An irresponsible man is a man who cannot deposit a semen in a woman's ovaries to make her pregnant.
He's been able to impregnate
because fatherhood is not feeding with cocoa.
Okay, so
fatherhood is depositing a semen to become a being.
So you are establishing the fact that so long as he's been able to impregnate a woman,
that makes him responsible. The next thing is that, so if you want to get married and you say, this is my pastor, scripture that you read says, Genesis, Ephesians chapter 6, it says, children, first one, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Then look at the next stage. It says, honor your father and your mother.
So that your days
this is so long life, prosperity is not in the hands of a pastor.
Yeah.
So you only obey them, but you honor.
But you are not allowing me to ask my question.
No, I was answering the first one you asked.
I cannot use the word irresponsible to describe this father who has been absent. What word?
No, and I'm saying father. It's not an irresponsible father.
Okay.
If you're absent, doesn't mean I'm not real. I'm there.
Hold on a second, Uncle George.
Yes, madam.
He hasn't been present in the life of this lady because
in what way?
Of the divorce that happened between him and the mother. What has prevented him from being there for this woman?
Let me tell you, the stories we face in our consulting one times, they are so wicked that you ask women, why do you do this? A woman walked like, you are my daughter and this is my wife. Then I walk, you go tell the father. Would him say, Akrana, media chawa sumsan enyawa. So behind your mother goes to tell your father that you are not the daughter. Then your mother comes to tell you, on pewasem. Okay,
but
so can I finish?
Yes,
you ask a question. No, let me. If I don't learn and I leave it peace, that becomes confusing. So allow me to flow there, Melanie. So once you think that the man is not even coming into the life of the child, you have more than 87% of men that the women had the reason why they're not coming back into the life of the child. We're not justifying it, but I'm saying that let the child know who the father is, and let's see what the father will not do. Because some women have told some men that there are so many things women are using pain to do. This girl should know that the pastor doesn't have rights to marry her. So your first point of call when people propose that they want to marry you is your father, not your pastor, because just obey your father and honor your mother and father.
So I think that 2 points must be drawn here, which are for me are very important, because one of the things we do here is to educate. I think that it's very important we realize that as much as certain women prevent, after divorce or even because of some challenges, they prevent them children from getting access to their parents and the father, which is wrong. I think that we don't have to sit here and just say that the fact that somebody gives birth, there are people who have had the chance and they didn't take care of the child.
Uncle George,
That's
the point I wanted to get to.
What chance? What do you call chance?
You're saying that you can't call those people irresponsible.
Who have the opportunity, even the women have to beg.
They didn't do it.
Have to beg.
No.
Okay, let me give you an example.
Yes, give me an example. Yes.
This one is not, I will never say anything on live television, and maybe the person I'm even talking about is watching.
Yes.
This is a man who was, funny enough, and
big error, Yanko.
he has never, he doesn't take, for some reason, I don't know.
The reason is that he needs a male child. He needs a male child. That's the reason.
Oh, thank you. Maybe you have the reason.
That's the reason. Who never bear man? We are saying about you.
It's in a running warrior. And you'll be full from any jail as father. On one case, the last one be a year 2 years ago, no, or by an OTH, and will be full from any representing as father.
Okay. Can I say something?
Yes, the father is there. He's present.
Uncle George and the Pastor Salas,
Hey.
please make Pamucho.
Yeah.
It's rather unfortunate that we cannot finish this today. Can we continue?
Yeah.